Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the corner. Welcome to your latest Chelsea news. Look who's back. Look who's back in the picture. Now, I don't know whether this guy is actually going to be available to start or even feature from the bench against Crystal Palace. Yes, that's the match that's coming up. But it's a good news that he's back into training. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about Romeo Lavia. Romeo Lavia is in team training. Good news, and it's a massive factor. It's a massive factor, and we're going to delve deep on that. We've got some news in regards to Kolo Muani, all the recent rumors. We're going to talk about that. Apparently, it is all false. We've got some news in regards to Marc, Guiu, whether he's going to go out on loan or not, and some conversations that's coming from Levi Colwill, who's saying a lot of things. And we want to give some opinion on Levi Colwill as well. So look, before we delve deep into this, all the news that's lined up, smash up the like button, guys. Absolutely annihilate the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. And if you missed out on the earlier video today, 2 pieces of content on a regular, that's what I'm going to try and do on a regular basis. Some days might be one, but we'll try my level best to do 2 pieces of content, one early UK morning, one late UK evening. If you missed out on the earlier one where I talked about tactically 3 issues that Enzo Maresca needs to sort out, do check that video out, which was the earlier one on UK morning today. Now, let's get cracking into Romeo Lavia. He's back into team training. The pictures are out there, pictures all over social media from Chelsea official page as well. Ladies and gentlemen, this is huge. This is huge. We need this player to be back into our frame. Him being in midfield, it helps a lot defensively. It looks after the defenders, the central defenders. Even when they do go into wide areas, Romeo Lavia can monitor in between the 2 CBs, and also it allows for our tactical flexibility at times where we can utilize Moses Caicedo as a right back on the ball, off the ball and on the ball, shifting into midfield areas. So we can do that if you have Romeo Lavia. And also with the inclusion of Romeo Lavia, you can allow for Enzo Fernandez to be a little bit further up. You can allow maybe Cucurella to roam forward and be part of their attack as well. Romeo Lavia is a big important piece in Enzo Maresca's style of football, and it's so good to see him back. Hopefully, the biggest issue with Romeo Lavia is he can't stay fit. The brother comes back, he plays a couple of matches, and then he disappears for another 4 weeks, 5 weeks, and this is a huge concern for us. Hopefully, this time around, it'll be the end of that, and that we have him for the rest of the season. But history suggests, and this one that he's come back from, this injury that Romeo Lavia has come back from, this isn't the first time he's got injured this season. He's already been injured multiple times this season. So this is why I've been advocating that we need to bring back Andre Santos, or at least at a bare minimum, get Ugochukwu back. One of those players need to be back, because Enzo Maresca, touch wood, if something was to happen to Caicedo or Enzo Fernandez, then we're in deep trouble. We don't really have those kind of profiles in our squad. Keenan Dewsbury Hall, he could do possibly a bit of a job in midfield, but he's not going to be able to carry out Enzo Fernandez's role properly, Caicedo's role properly, or even Romeo Lavia's role properly. So we don't have that kind of depth in midfield. We need everyone on board. And we can't keep utilizing Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo all the time, because it's going to be detrimental. Their body is just simply going to give up. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts in regards to Romeo Lavia. For me, fantastic news. Whether we can use him against Crystal Palace, I'm not sure, but it's good in the sense that hopefully Enzo Maresca, from a tactical standpoint, can get some flexibility back with this player coming back. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Chelsea are not interested in Kolo Muani. This is coming from L'Equipe, and Fabrizio Romano also stated that a couple of days ago. Initially, the news came from Santi Iona. Now, look, there might not be anything happening with Kolo Muani, but I do like the link. Now, not necessarily the player, but I like the link of us trying to get a striker. We have a mismatch right now. Nicholas Jackson is the only out-and-out striker. Yes, there is Marc Guiu, and we're going to talk about that. But Marc Guiu's young. Nicholas Jackson's young as well, but at least he's got the experience in the Premier League. Marc Guiu needs time still at this level. He's still a player that I wouldn't mind seeing getting those odd minutes here and there in the Premier League. But right now, Enzo Maresca, I think the message is clear. He's a Conference League level player, and in the Premier League, it's just not going to happen. So I like the link of us trying to get a striker, and Nkunku is the mismatch. Nkunku is someone who's not favoured. Enzo Maresca said plenty of times in the press conferences that he's not a striker. So without Nicholas Jackson, if God forbid, once again, if something was to happen, then we are screwed. So that from that perspective, I don't mind the link. Now, obviously, I don't fancy Kolo Muani to come through, but I've said from the beginning when I saw this rumor, on a loan, I have no issues. If that means Nkunku goes to PSG, for example, on a loan, and we get Kolo Muani on a loan with no obligation, there cannot be any obligation. If there's an option, no problems. We'll look into that, how well the loan goes. But in the January window, it's very difficult to get those high-profile sort of strikers that we're looking for. For example, Liam Delap. Liam Delap will be very difficult to purchase now, knowing Ipswich are fighting in the relegation battle, and he's a very important player for them. A few people have been talking out about Cunha, same thing. He's a big player for Wolves, and they're fighting relegation battle. And you'd have to really break the bank to get these players, and our board is simply not going to do that. We're going to wait in the summer, and we're going to find our target. So this is why I didn't mind the Kolo Muani link. But ladies and gentlemen, the rumor is not true, supposedly, and looks like we're not going to be doing anything with Kolo Muani. Maybe it's a bit of agent game that Kolo Muani's agent's playing, is literally being linked to many other clubs as well, Spurs, Man United, so on and so forth. So, but as I said, I don't mind the link of a striker coming through in the January window. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts. Do we need a striker in the January window, or are we okay as it is? Next up, Chelsea are not actively looking to send Marc Guiu on loan unless he pushes for a move. This is interesting. Sometimes Marc Guiu is not even on the bench in the Premier League squad. When everyone is fully fit and everyone's there, Marc Guiu doesn't even make the bench. Now, which is a bit scary for me, because if we don't think Nkunku is a striker, which Enzo Maresca has said, then we don't really have a striker then, do we? Nicholas Jackson starts, and then if he does get subbed off, we don't have a striker. We bring in Nkunku, who does a big part job. So the fact that we're not looking to get rid of Marc Guiu actively for a move in this January window tells me that maybe, just maybe, Marc Guiu might be getting some opportunities in the future. He's definitely doing really well in the Conference League matches, and I'm pretty sure he'll keep featuring there until we get into the latter stages of semi-finals and finals. Even then, to be honest, the caliber of opposition is not that high. But it's good to see that we're not looking to actively letting him go. Hopefully, in the second part of the season, he can help us, and he can truly show Enzo Maresca that there is some value in him and he can do something. Like the way we praise Liam Delap, and Liam Delap has been doing a madness for Ipswich. If we just give this brother some opportunities here and there, maybe he could turn out to be of that level as well. So right now, a lot of people are saying that, Marc Guiu is someone who could be like a Liam Delap if given the opportunity. And I agree, maybe he can, but right now, Liam Delap, we can't be comparing Liam Delap's qualities right now to Marc Guiu. Liam Delap, for me, is a little bit more superior. But as I said, he's superior because he plays on a regular basis. Marc Guiu doesn't play, and maybe if he did play, he would become a much, much better player. Let me know, once again, your thoughts. Do you want to see in the second half of this season Marc Guiu get a little bit more opportunities in Chelsea Football Club? Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Levi Colwill rules Chelsea out of the title race, because if you're in the title race, you don't drop points in December like we did last 3 games, and that's the experience. Hopefully we will be there maybe next season, maybe the season after, but I don't think we are running this season. Coming from Levi Colwill, look, sure, we're not in the title race, no problems, I accept that, but to say that the way we drop points in the last 3 games in December, as a title contender, you don't do that. Levi Colwill, look, one of the issues is probably you in defense, along with many other players. The Desasi is an issue. Tosin is an issue. But Levi Colwill, you yourself need to look into the mirror. You yourself need to say, and I've literally put out the tweet just a moment ago, and let me know once again, ladies and gentlemen, in the comment section. Levi Colwill, what is his best attribute as a defender? As a defender, what is Levi Colwill's best attribute? What particular attribute is he more than 7 out of 10 on? Aerially, is he 7 out of 10? Greater than 7 out of 10? Probably not. 1v1 defending? Probably not. Wide defending, wide CB defending? Probably not. Tackling? Probably not. So we've seen him giving away penalties. A lot of people say as a defender, his best attribute is passing. And that for me is shocking. As a defender, your best attribute is passing. As a defender, your best attributes need to be all of the defending attributes. Aerially, is he dominant aerially? No. So there's a lot of things that Levi Colwill needs to reflect upon and needs to get better on. And this is where I as well, like I've been hyping up Levi Colwill, and maybe I need to check myself as well, that Levi Colwill, there's a lot of things that's lacking in his game. So him talking about us dropping points, the like we did for the last 3 games, that just tells you that we're not ready and we're not capable of being a title contender. No problems, but you need to start getting ready. You need to start getting ready. Your personal attributes in defending is also a very, very big concern, along with other defenders that we have. Next, Levi Colwill goes on to say, we all know where we are as a team. Of course, there's a lot of talk on the outside world, but we don't buy into that. So, yeah, I think our confidence hasn't changed. More hasn't changed. And we're just looking forward to next game, taking it game by game. Fair enough. No problems. Take it game by game. But you best believe next season we want to be title contenders, not the season after. Next season we want to be title contenders. And in order to be title contenders, some of these defenders, yes, from a systematic point of view, Maresca can do a lot more, shield them a lot more. And I think players like Romeo Lavia will help that. Once Wesley Fofana comes back, will help as well in that cause. But individually, a lot of these defenders need to improve. Their individual defending attributes, they need to improve. And right now, that is also hurting us a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about everything we spoke about. That's the latest in Chelsea news. As I said, do check out the previous video earlier on today in regards to the tactical side. 3 major issues that I feel Enzo Maresca needs to sort out in order for us to come back into winning ways. And it's not something revolutionary. This is something literally Enzo Maresca has done previously. And and everything we've just spoken about, especially in regards to Romeo Lavia, he's back, and that's a big news for us. Ladies and gentlemen, smash up the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Till next time, take care. See ya. Bye.